Welcome to a closer look at the Tantive IV Corridor from Hasbro's vintage collection for 3 3/4-inch action figures. My name is Chris B, and I'm here to take you through this video and talk about some of the things that I've discovered and learned about this diorama set while I was working on the article on JediBusiness.com. So let's start with the packaging, and as you can see here, it looks so vintagey. It has the double racetrack going around the box, and the classic Star Wars logo on the top. So I love what this looks like. I think the presentation looks really outstanding. I find it interesting that Hasbro decided to go with the classic A&H or Star Wars look. Even though the exclusive Rebel Fleet Trooper that's on the inside actually has the Rogue One card. So it's really cool how they've combined both movies into this set and were able to keep the classic look. So really well done. Now when you open the box, you're greeted by a basic cardboard, and the first thing you'll see is the exclusive Rebel Fleet Trooper. Unfortunately, the figure wasn't secured well enough in the packaging, and if you take a closer look, every figure that I've seen so far that's carded and came from this playset has damage right above the hanger. There's not a single figure that I've come across yet on social media or in the Jedi Business community group of people who've taken this figure out of the packaging and had it undamaged. So hopefully in the future for different diorama sets like this that comes with an exclusive figure, Hasbro will consider securing the figure a little bit better, because this is really unfortunate, especially because you don't really see what the figure looks like before you open the box. And we've seen a similar problem with the carbon freezing chamber, which was released back in 2020, where the exclusive Stormtrooper figure was also just kind of tossed into the packaging, and it had these plastic pieces on the inside of the box, move against the cardboard and scratched it up. So far, that Stormtrooper from the Carbon Freezing Chamber playset and this Rebel Fleet Trooper are fairly difficult to get in a pristine condition. Now, I guess it depends on how picky you are, but when it comes to carded stuff, I am very picky. And, surface scratches, I'm just not a fan, especially if you buy something brand new. And this, I think, could have really been avoided by just securing the figure a little bit better inside the packaging. So anyways, moving on, let's take a look at the contents. You get 2 door panels where the doors can be opened manually with a switch on the top. There are 2 wall pieces. There's 1 connector piece. And there are 2 floor panels along with 4 panels that attach to the back. And there's also a small baggie on the inside of the box, which is taped to one of the cardboard pieces, which includes 10 pegs so that the figures can be placed onto the floor panels. So make sure you don't throw that one out. So the whole thing can be set up fairly quickly. I think it took less than 5 minutes to get it set up. And the cool thing is, if you have the space and the financial means, you can go as big as you want with this playset, because it is modular, so you can build around the corner, or you can just go straight, or you can just have walls on each side. So that is a really, really well done solution by Hasbro, because not everybody has the same shelf space or the same, wallet size. So this is really, really cool how they've solved this problem. Now, besides plugging all these plastic pieces together, there's nothing really else that you need to do. That's really it. It's fairly easy. The stickers are already pre-applied, so you don't have to mess with that. Now, there are 2 sides to this playset. Obviously, there's the front side with the white panels and the doors, but then there's also the back side of the playset. And that is the area where Leia was hiding from the Stormtroopers and where she was feeding the Death Star plans to R2. If you buy 1 playset, you can only recreate half of that backside. If you have 2 of them, you can stick them together, and then it creates basically the full walkway. And it's possible to get this set up properly and make it look cool. But I think, the strongest part, of course, is the front side where you have stormtroopers fighting the rebel fleet troopers, of course. But, with this playset, you can go as big as you want to. So if you buy multiple sets, there is definitely a variety of different scenarios that you can recreate. And you can build around the corners. You can make it as long as you want to. And you can also have, walls on either side. So it's really up to you and your creativity and your shelf space, and obviously depending on your wallet size, how big you want to build this out. Now, in terms of the plastic used, it's not the thinnest plastic or it's not the thickest either. It's just in line with what we've seen over the last 40 years of, 3 3/4 inch Star Wars action figures. It just goes along with pretty much everything else that they've released over the years. So no complaints there, really. Now, what I really appreciate is that if you have the right lighting, you can really make these floor panels pop. I mean, they look so shiny. It looks like somebody just cleaned it. Right out of the box, it doesn't look like that. But if you have lighting that you can shine onto it from the top, you get a really cool looking floor. So let's take a look at some of the setups that you can recreate here. So obviously we have stormtroopers fighting the rebel fleet troopers. But you can also recreate the scene with Vader coming through the door in Rogue One. And, the Tantive IV was also seen in Revenge of the Sith, where Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Bail Organa walk down the hallway, so you can recreate that as well. So there's a whole bunch of scenarios, really, that you can recreate. I don't remember out of the top of my head if the Tantive IV was in Star Wars Rebels. I know Leia, of course, showed up, but I don't remember if she was seen inside the Tantive IV. But that would be a cool setup too. So altogether, I would say the $49.99 is not a bad price for this at all, especially because you get one exclusive action figure out of this. Now, the set is not exclusive to a particular retailer, but it is exclusive to the fan channel. And that means that you can only get it online, and you will not be able to find this at a Target or a Walmart store. Fan channel basically means that it's available to only a limited number of retailers, but that can also include Best Buy, GameStop. It also includes Entertainment Earth, Dorkside Toys, Big Bad Toy Store, specialty retailers who cater specifically towards the adult collectors. But like I said, Walmart and Target will not carry this. But you might find it at a Best Buy store. You might actually find it at Barnes & Noble as well. So that's a possibility. But, Entertainment Earth still has it in stock. I think Amazon also has it in stock. So check the links in the description if you're interested in getting this set. The last thing I wanted to take a look at here is the Rebel Fleet Trooper that was included. Now, again, like I mentioned earlier, it is exclusive to this particular set. The sculpt that they used for the Rebel Fleet Trooper is a reuse of the 2011 figure. The first change that they've made to the figure is the updated portrait. They used the photoreal face printing tech for this, for a more lifelike appearance. Now, when you look at the figure through a close-up in a camera, it always looks pixely, but if you have the figure in hand, it looks just fine. So that's the biggest update that they've made to the 2011 figure, but they've also changed the color of the pegs in the ankle joints. So now they are black, whereas before they were gray. So now they match the boots, and it's a really nice improvement. And of course, the biggest change besides the photoreal face printing tech is the different card back. The Rebel Fleet Trooper was previously released on the Star Wars card, and in this set you get the exclusive Rogue One version. So altogether, I would say this is a cool looking set. It's an instant display piece. It's not really a play set because there's nothing really to play with. This is really for the adult collector that's sitting on a shelf where you set up your vintage collection figures. And, for $50, basically, you get a diorama piece, an instant display piece, and you get an exclusive figure. Again, if interested, check out the description in the show notes. And if you're interested in looking up the parts and want to get the part list, I'll also put the link to the article on Jedi Business in the description as well. So that's it for the Tantive IV Corridor from the Vintage Collection. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.